Okay, so we're back with another episode of Tacoimposters for Friday, 24th of September, 2021. Is this recording? I'm gonna make sure it's recording and not screwing me over. Yeah, it's recording. Audio's recording. Good. The last time the audio didn't record. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. Turn that down. So yeah, I never know what to talk about. I've always said this. Okay. As I say, it's every episode. I have no idea what to talk about. But I was talking about on my stream today that I was talking the Tony Hawk ride board, and how I saw a video by Stop Skeletons from Fighting about the ride board, and man, now look, I've never used one. I always wanted to use it. My friend had one. I had a friend who had one, but I never actually got to use it. I wanted to so badly. Every time I saw it, I was like, I want to use that. I never did. Never ended up doing it, but hey, right? Whatever. But yeah, I heard it's awful. Well, the ride is awful. Just a sec. Let me try something here. That, and then good. So yeah. But then he goes on to saying that the shred, because the game, it's just a game where, because basically if you don't know what the ride board is, it's just a board, and it has these sensors on, I think it's the back, or is it the front and the sides, I believe, and it's so that you can like move around and like it'll sense your feet where they are and like try to feel like you're skateboarding. Does not do a very good job as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen. Does not do a very good job, but let's see, I can't tell if that's still recording. Yeah, I gotta keep checking if it's recording because like, I wish I could put something right there. I could maybe put like a leaf or something. Anything, literally anything. There, this leaf right here. There. Nope, that leaf flew away. Great. It's too windy for this leaf. Let me see if I can put this leaf like in like that and then down maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to make it so that there's like a shadow. Any kind of shadow would help. So yeah. Oh my god, this is baloney. Whatever. Phony baloney, but anyway, not gonna work. So yeah. It doesn't do a very good job. But then if you go to the Shred, which is the second game they made, all the little things that were broken about it that just didn't work very well were all okay. They weren't fixed in the sense that it's a perfect game now. Oh, it's great and it works amazing. No, but all the little things that made the game just like completely, the things that just didn't work, or like, because I don't want to say broken because you could get them to work, but quote unquote broken or fixed. So I don't know. They wanted a cool like most, because I think their tagline whatever was, yeah, the most advanced controller ever made, and it's like, sure, but I don't know about that, you know what I mean? And again, this battery in this camera, I don't know when it's going to die. I don't know how long it lasts. I think it lasts about a half hour. About. So it's better than just like, goes for a few minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then dies. Doesn't hold the charge. Surprisingly holds a decent charge. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so the Tony Hawk ride stuff, Shred was better. It fixed a lot of things. Every time I heard Shred, I thought they were talking about shredding on like snowboarding. For some reason, I don't know. I considered shredding as, oh, maybe I could try something like this. For some reason I always thought shredding was snowboarding. I don't know. I always thought shredding was snowboarding. So, I don't know, I just connected it weirdly, I don't know. I'm sure you do that too with certain things where like, just to connect with this, but it really isn't. Or as a kid you thought something was something. Anyway. So yeah, so that's what that was. Look, the Tony Hawk games were fine. They were fine games. They weren't great. I hated when they switched to all this weird, what's it called? Like open world. Oh no, can't have it do that. Open world mumbo jumbo. You know, like Underground or whatever. Not that that was horrible. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it was just not good. It was not very good. Not that it was bad, but it wasn't very good as far as I have played. I didn't play it when it was out. I played it years later. So for me, I have no idea what it would have been like out at the time. Probably cool and different. Oh, it's so stupid leaf. I hate it. I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, no, forget it. Leaf doesn't do anything. Sorry. Yeah. So maybe it was better at the time. It was cooler when it came out. I don't know. My favorite Tony Hawk game is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I think 2 is overrated. I think 2 is like stupidly overrated. Now it's not, horrible. It's a decent game. It's a fun game. It's a good game. It's just, I think it's way overrated. Just like, it's always toe to toe with Ocarina of Time as like the best game ever, and the Metacritic score of like 98 or something. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Not that it's that horrible. It's just, I think it's overrated. That's just my opinion on the matter. I think it's overrated. One is a mess to play. One is like really weird to play nowadays. Because I play it on, especially because I play it on N64. It's not particularly good on N64. Apparently on PlayStation it was better. And I think it was on Dreamcast too. If I'm thinking that might not be correct. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I think so. Anyway, there were a lot of games that did that though. Things like I think there was James Bond games like World Not Enough, and I think there was what's the other one called? What's it called? Oh my gosh, No, it's not Pod Racing. It's Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. That was always the weirdest thing. I never understood why they couldn't call that Pod Racing or Pod Racer. It's always just Racer. Not always, but like it's just Racer. It's weird. Look, I don't know. I don't care really, to be honest with you. But I think it's just strange, and a lot of people have said that though. God, that's weird. But anyway, and those games were on what's it called? Oh my gosh, they were on N64, I believe PS1 and Dreamcast, and apparently the other versions are better for those games. I don't know. I never played the other version, so I don't know. So I couldn't tell you like, oh yeah. It's like so much better. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're right. I've never played. But yeah, but you can apparently play because it came out on PS2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and apparently you can play it on N64. There was a version of N64. It's like, why? What was the point of that? Look, I don't know. I don't really care. I just think it's interesting to be like, yeah, it's on N64, right? So, anyway. And that's the thing. I think there wasn't. There were some versions of Tony Hawk's on original Xbox. It's like a Tony Hawk X or something. Was it X2 or something? No, something to that effect. Anyway, but yeah, I think I've talked about this before. I think the original Xbox. I'm not saying it's useless, right? I'm not saying it's useless, but I'm saying it really wasn't a good. Like, it's not a system that you need to play anymore. There's nothing on there that was like mind-blowingly, oh my god, this is great and you need to play it. Okay, sure, there's things like Steel Battalion which are interesting because they're huge. It's just a massive thing with, it's probably the biggest controller ever, and it's like a joystick and a throttle and flip and switchy levers. So, but I don't. Right? And then, because everything that anybody ever wants to play off of it is either on a different system or can be played somewhere else in some sort of compilation or Windows or something, because it's Microsoft, like, or are playable in either on Windows or Game Pass. So, like, the only games people ever want to play are usually the Halo games, maybe stuff like Steel Battalion, There's like a few other games that are okay, but also a lot of the games that people want to play can be played on a 360. So, or are on what's it called? Are on Game Pass. So that generation is kind of useless. I've heard lots and lots of people talk about the fact I don't own it. I never owned an original Xbox. Which, I mean, hey, I don't aim you. Like, I think it's no offense. I think it's the least necessary system to own. It is literally. I mean, you could maybe argue that the PS1, because you could own a there's reasons to own a PS2. There's reasons to own a PS3. There is no reason to own a PS1, original PS1, because all PS2s, PS2 played PS1, and all PS3s played PS1. So, there's really no reason to own a PS1 as a system, just to have a system. So maybe those two are about the same in the sense that, well, you could even argue that PS1 is even more useless in the sense that you don't need it because, but at least there are games there that you could play and are good. The Xbox, original Xbox is not. So there's no reason to play it. So none, really, because they're like whatever, handful of games can be played somewhere else. So or were versions on something else that are either better or just still recording. Or just on a different system. So anyway. Because I don't know if I talked about this on here or on stream, but so I played. Okay, so I traded an Xbox, got an Xbox 360. Okay, and look, I played it for about a month, and I like it. I really like it. But I don't know if I'm ever going to like go back to it the same way I would go back to my PS3 in whatever X amount of years, right? But then again, it's like my brother said, okay? My brother made the point of nobody's going to care about Far Cry whatever on PlayStation whatever, right? They're not. That's the thing. All these middle systems, nobody's going to care about in the future. Now they might, I had that game or I had that system as a kid. It's great. It's whatever. It's like cool, but no offense. That's really the only reason why you like it. I'm not saying that will be the only reason anybody ever plays these things ever again, but that'll be a big factor, right? It won't basically it won't be because they were great games. No, they're all these weird middle games. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. So anyway, so you think PS like I don't know 7, PlayStation 7, when they're at 32, people are going to care about PS 15. PlayStation 15, if they're at 75, I don't know. PS32, if they're at 75, I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of these I don't know. It's just I don't know what I'm even saying. But yeah, I think I'm going to go back to my PS3 more. Just because I have games that are unique, cool, interesting, and like whatever. As opposed to, now I'm not saying there aren't, because I haven't done extensive research on this. But I should look into what are the exclusive games on Xbox. I know Halo, obviously, but on Xbox 360, but there were different versions on different things. So I don't know. Like the game that I want to be making videos about right now, but I don't have an AV cable to connect to my computer because I don't have an HD capture card. I have an analog capture card, which AV capture card. It's kind of a little annoying now, seeing now, but. Because I have AV to HD, so what the heck would I not just use? Oh. Now I think about it, I should have just bought a HD one, but I want to connect up. I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. I want to be playing The Simpsons, the Simpsons game on. I don't know what you call it. It's not arcade game. Simpsons game. All right, but I don't have an AV cable, and that game was on Wii, and on Wii it was a little weird because I think you had all these like, motion things. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly 100%. I haven't played in a long time, so I don't remember exactly. But from what I remember, there were some, maybe, I don't know, to differentiate it. I don't know, but anyway, so like that. And I was probably on PC too. I wouldn't be surprised. And probably on PS3, honestly, to be honest. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. I'm just going to go until this. Well, no, actually. I'm going to see if I can get either to 45 minutes or the battery dies, whichever comes first. So, anyway. So yeah. So I'm not saying it's a bad system. It's just I don't know the... If you know the, like, exclusives that I should be playing, like, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. Oh, I play this game. It's amazing. It was exclusively on Xbox 360. It was great. You know, whatever. Tell me, because I want exclusive games on Xbox 360. Because, see, the first game that I found that was like, oh, this is on this and this, was Blazing Angels 2, right? I got it on PS3, right? And then when I got or traded the game, for the Xbox 360, the guy gave me a bunch of games, and one of them was Blazing Angels 2, so now I have it on PS3 and Xbox 360. Now I can see the difference, right? I can look at the difference and be like, oh yeah, I could see if there's differences. Realistically, I'm probably never going to do that, honestly, but yeah. So, but yeah. But see, that's the first game I found. Oh, it was on both. Okay, and all the sports games, obviously, on everything. Sports games are on everything. Somehow, sports games are the games that keep systems alive. Somehow, like the PS2 had I think it was either, I don't think it was FIFA. I think it was like a Pele or something of that effect, something of that nature. Soccer 2014 or something. It was insane. The Wii got Just Dance 2020. I think it might have even gotten 2021, to be honest. No. No. I think it was 2020. Crazy. Just crazy. That's a long time. But yeah, so. And oh my gosh, I found that some of those games are insanely... Now, the sports games can be very different from system to system. So, I think I have NHL 2K7. Oh, sorry, 2K8. NHL 2008 on PC, PS3, and I think I played it on or that's 9 on PS3. Might be 9 on PS3. I don't remember. Anyway, significantly different. And also, there's a lot of games where it was on both systems that, like, as in like one system and then the next system, because like sports games do it, and then PS2. If it was 9, then or 8, sorry, then PS2 games, okay. It's impressive on PS2 because it's PS2. You go to PS3 and you're like, oh, it should be so much better, but it's really not. That's kind of what happened with that game. So, anyway, I don't know what I'm even saying right now. Sports games are keep things alive, so. Yeah, sports games are on everything, so. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you know any good games that I should be playing swiftly... Okay. Oh, boy. There's a bee around. Or a wasp, I don't know what it is. I think it was a bee. What was I saying? Yeah, I know things like, the Ghostbusters game was better because it didn't have the any of the gimmicky motion controls in it. But then again, better, not exclusive, you know? I want exclusive. I want games that can only be played on Xbox 360. So I have, like, you know, a reason, or reason to play it. Now I owned all 3 of that generation's systems. The Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. So. And of the 3, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm liking more and more the PS3. Also, I just like the fact that it's a Blu-ray player, too. That's, like, oh, yeah, that's so cool. I love it. Nintendo never wanted to be able to play media for some reason. I wonder if you could put. See, you probably could put videos on an SD card and put it onto your 3DS. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if you could, though. I wouldn't be surprised if you could. So. It's windy and actually cold, to be honest. Actually slightly cold, to be honest. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. That's kind of like why I like it. I also, the games that I bought were great. So, I beat Uncharted 2, and I played Uncharted 2 and Just Cause 2, I think. Well, that's the other thing. If I'm not mistaken, all the games I got were exclusive on that system. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, so yeah. That's that about that. So, about video games and stuff. I mean, hey, if you want to tell me exclusives on PS3 on Wii, go ahead. I have nothing newer than that. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? And then I was on in a server for like video games and stuff on Discord server. I don't know, for video games and stuff. Somebody was talking about one of those like three. I think it was a retro trio 3+. No, retro trio 3 or something. The Retron 3, the trio one where it plays Nintendo, Super, like NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis games. And you know, when the Retron 5 came out, I thought that was a cool idea. It really works well, right? It's good, right? And then, right? But it was expensive. It was expensive, and everyone upped the price when they resold them for like $200 or whatever. Because I think it came out, depending on where you actually got it, which is stupid. But they switched around the pricing when it came out. They flip-flopped around the pricing, so it was like between 140 and 160, depending where you got it from. Which to me was kind of weird. What? Huh? What? Anyway, I'm not gonna go there. It's freaking 5-6 years ago. So what's the difference? But like 2015, I think it came out, or 2014. Jeez, Louise. Anyway, long ago.